Speak to my heart, Lord. Give me your holy word. If I can hear from you, then I'll know what to do. I won't go alone. I'll never go on my own. Just let your spirit guide and let your word abide. Speak to my heart. For your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio, I'm CJ. For your quick news and notes, after a 12-month suspension and in order to pay $79,500 after the result of a failed post-fight drug test in February, UFC welterweight Nick Diaz has been granted a hearing on December 14th for a petition for judicial review of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Former UFC light heavyweight champion Quentin Rampage Jackson and fast-rising contender Glover Teixeira have agreed to fight January 26th in Chicago. Top featherweight contender Eric Koch and Ricardo Lamas will face each other on January 26th in Chicago instead of December 29th at UFC 155 in Las Vegas. FC Dallas midfielder Brek Shea will need about 3 months to recover after surgery to remove a bone in his right foot. Major League Soccer set a record for the 5th consecutive year for the racial diversity of its players, according to a study released Thursday by the University of Central Florida's Institute for Diversity and Ethics in Sport, and earned a combined rating of a B-. GoDaddy.com founder Bob Parsons announced Thursday that Danica Patrick will appear in both of the company's Super Bowl advertising spots and broadcast of the February 3rd game in New Orleans. Courtney Force strengthened her bid for the NHRA Rookie of the Year award as she moved into position to claim her third #1 qualifying award of the season with a 4.032 second run at 315.93 miles per hour in a Ford Mustang. Man, that's fast. Jack Beckman, who is hoping to win his first NHRA Funny Car Championship this weekend, came out unscathed when his car exploded near the finish line of his first round qualifying run Thursday at Auto Club Raceway. NASCAR has suspended crew chief Charles J. Henry for violating the substance abuse policy. Pete Bivacqua has been offered the job as chief executive for the PGA of America and could be introduced later this week in Baltimore at the PGA's annual meeting. Number 10 Florida has suspended starting point guard Scotty Wilbekin indefinitely for an undisclosed reason. Cleveland State signed Gary Waters to a new 7-year contract on Thursday, a package that runs through the 2018-19 season. Kentucky basketball coach John Calipari will present a check for $1 million to help those affected by Hurricane Sandy in New York prior to playing the first college doubleheader basketball game at the Barclays Center. St. Joseph's has suspended guard Carl Jones for 3 games because of an unspecified violation of the university's community standards. USC center Omar Orabi has been cleared by the NCAA to compete this season after transferring and applying for a hardship waiver. UFC coach Lane Kiffin insists that a student manager who intentionally deflated 5 footballs before the team's loss Saturday to Oregon acted completely on his own and has been fired. Houston cornerback DJ Hayden remains hospitalized in stable yet critical condition after tearing a vein in a collision with a teammate during practice, and an injury of that magnitude is usually in major accidents and fatal. William Wayne Jones III, a freshman defensive back at Tennessee State, died Wednesday after collapsing during practice. May God rest his soul in peace. Idaho State football coach Mike Kramer will not face criminal charges after pushing down wide receiver Derek Graves during a practice on October 3rd. The NHL is fighting proposed legislation that will make it legal in Canada to bet on the outcome of a game, and the bill will repeal the criminal code section that prohibits wagering. And finally, a construction project that was to build a new practice gym for Ohio State's men's and women's basketball teams, expand the locker rooms and weight room, and add a rehab and exercise pool is behind schedule and over budget, as the project was slated for $13 million, now will exceed $19 million. Behind schedule and over budget? Two very bad combinations. Tune in next time for more updates on your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and have a positive, productive, blessed day. And I leave you with namaste, as the divine in me salutes and honors the divine in you.